Hi guys, it's Becky and we're ready to start our November 2017 readings in just a moment. But first I want to say thank you to all of you out there for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. It means so much to me to know that you're enjoying them and that they're helping you in some way. Here where I am in the United States, November is a month of Thanksgiving. We'll be celebrating that holiday soon. So I just want to say to everyone all around the world, and I can see from the Google Analytics that you guys are really watching me from all around the planet, and I am so grateful for that. Oh, it's so exciting. So I just want to say happy Thanksgiving no matter where you are around the world. I send you love, lots of love and blessings. Please hug yourself for me, and also please remember to celebrate yourself during this wonderful fall month, November 2017. Okay, without further ado, we are ready for those readings, and I'll see you at yours. Oh, I forgot to say one more thing. Thank you guys for asking for private readings. I'm so grateful and honored to do those for you. And if anyone else out there would feel inclined toward a private reading, I would welcome that inquiry. Just look down in the description box below and you'll see all those details. All right, without further ado, much love guys. I'll see you at your reading. Hi Pisces, it's Becky, and I am just about ready to do your reading. Last but not least, of course. All right, we are ready to go. Now, I've already created a sacred space, so we are ready to begin the reading. We're going to be using two decks today. The first one is the Wheel of the Year Tarot that we've used before, beautiful for the autumn season. And then we're going to be crowning the reading today with Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. Now we're going to be using a different spread this time. This time we're going to be using a 9-card spread, and it's called the Loving Cup. And it is a love reading, of course, and it really does sort of get to the heart of the matter. I really like this spread, and these particular cards are very chatty, so that's also a good thing. Now, to really get the most out of the reading today, I want you to think of someone who has been foremost in your mind lately in terms of love or potential love. Now, it doesn't mean that you're in a relationship with them. No, it doesn't mean even that you're dating. It doesn't mean even that you've actually met for any particular length of time. It may have just been, a casual thing. It may just still be in a friendship stage. But it may be someone from a long time ago, whoever it is. When you clicked on this reading today, who was foremost in your mind when you think of love relationships or love energy connections? That's who this reading is about. It's about you and that other person. We're going to call the other person, maybe every now and then I may say the partner, or I may say the other person. But keep in mind, if I do use the noun the partner, it's just a convenient nomenclature for meaning the other person. Okay, it doesn't have to be a solidified partnership in any kind of traditional way. Okay, so just remember that. It's just for ease of convenience there. Angels, we are ready to begin for our dear Pisceans out there. One of my all-time favorite signs. And we are asking angels, what is the current state between Pisces and this other person that they've come to the reading about today? What is the current state? What is the current state? Okay. What is the current state, angels? There it is. Thank you, angels. Angels, we'd like to know what is the partner's current position in this situation. The partner's current position in this, whoops, that's me, I'm being clumsy. Angels, what is the partner's current position in this situation? Partner's current position, partner's current position, partner's current position, that's it. Angels, what is Pisces' current position in the situation? That was it. Good. Angels, what are Pisces' desires in this situation with this person? Okay, we'll take that one. I was thinking this one. We're going to take that one because it made its way to the table. Angels, what is the other person's desires? What are the other person's desires in this situation with Pisces? The other person's desires in the situation with Pisces? The other person's desires in this situation? That was it right there. Okay. Angels, what is the challenge that Pisces most faces right now? There it is. Thank you, angels. All right, angels, what is the challenge that the partner is facing right now? The challenge that the partner is... No, just one card, angels. One card to tell us what is the most... There it is. Thank you, angels. Angels, what is your advice or outcome? Whoops. Pisces, let me pause that and just stop that phone. Hold on. Okay, Pisces, sorry about that. Let me get this microphone back on so you can hear me well. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off that silly phone. Okay, so let's review. We've got these three. We've got these three. We've got the challenge. Let's see. These are your desires. These are the challenge. This is the partner's challenge. Okay, so we're going to now the last card on your side, which is your advice card or outcomes. Angels. Whew. Angels, what is the advice or outcome card that will serve Pisces today regarding this situation with this other person? Angels, what is the outcome or advice card for this partner or other person? Good. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and take a look. I don't want to do the video over again because it would change the lineup of our cards, and I feel like that the angels have given us these cards, so pardon that phone ringing. I'm terribly sorry. I forgot to turn that thing off before we started. Okay. What is the current state between you and this other person? Okay. Pisces, this is the current state right now for most of you. Of course, not all of you, but probably for a lot of you. It is the Seven of Wands. And as we can see here, the Seven of Wands, let me just make sure you can see there. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. So the Seven of Wands, well, let's take a look. You know, it's almost like, I don't want to say, it's almost like both sides, you and this other person, have taken up a stance, and you're both looking across this river. You see these people, they've taken up a position which they feel is sort of a position of advantage. You know, they've got their barricades up and they're watching across the water. And on the other side of this river, off the boundary of the card, we can imagine that there is a similar situation going on with another person or another set of people. And they've both taken up their positions, watching and waiting, kind of barricaded in, and they're almost waiting to see who makes the next move. So it's kind of a card of I mean, in some decks it's considered a position of advantage, but it could be considered that, but I'm not getting that. What I'm getting for you, Pisces, is that you're here, and across this emotional, watery feeling that's here, our water always represents emotion. So it's an emotional situation, and you're on this side of it, and they're on that side of it. But no one's really doing anything. He's watching that side, and that side's watching this side, and they're both kind of behind barricades, almost protecting themselves. Not quite sure if they want to get into that water and meet in the middle. So I have to say it's not bad. It's just that it's kind of like both sides are sitting in their own camps, and they're just kind of watching and see what the other side's going to do. Okay? All right. Now, what is the partner's current position in this situation? Wow. Okay. Pisces. This card is one of the major energy archetypes in the tarot, and it's called the Hierophant or the Hierophant, depending on however you want to pronounce it. It is card number 5 of the major energies, or as we say, the major arcana. This means it's a very powerful energy in the reading today, and it's a very powerful energy moving through this other person's life and how it affects you as well. The Hierophant or Hierophant is, in some decks, it's like the highest priest, so to speak, almost like the Pope. In some decks, they consider this God showing up in the reading. But we can say for sure that this man is a high-level religious figure who is in charge of guiding a lot of people religiously. It represents organized religion. It represents dogma. It represents doctrine. It represents tradition. And it can represent even almost constraints as a result of traditions. And it also can represent higher education, but that's not what I'm getting here. It can also represent marriage. Marriage is a social contract and an economic contract that is always sanctified, not just legally, yes, but also not always sanctified in the church. It is always sanctified legally. But most marriages have a component of being sanctified by some sort of doctrine or tradition. And a lot of them are undertaken at an altar in some sort of religious environment. Okay? So this can be marriage. This other person, Pisces, may be thinking about marrying you, and that's what I'm getting here. For me, in a love reading, it's marriage. But they're also thinking about their own spiritual practice. Okay? Because they do have their own spiritual practice. It may not be the same as yours, and they're wondering if you're going to accept that or how that's going to play. Okay, what is your position in all this, Pisces? Wow, this is so beautiful. Look at this beautiful yellow lily that's parted to sort of call forth these two beautiful souls. This is the Two of Cups. Isn't it beautiful, Pisces? And you can see all the lilies around them. It's just so lovely. And they have eyes only for each other. He's not looking over her shoulder at another woman, and she's not looking over his shoulder at another man. They only have eyes for each other. It is true love. It is true love. Pisces, we can say that you probably feel like you've met the one for you. Now, whether it really is the one for you, we don't know. But this is your current position or your current situation as it regards your outlook on this particular energy that we're reading today. So I think you're considering marriage. You can see that he's dressed in sort of a morning suit with a coat and tails and beautiful ruffly shirt with beautiful lace cuffs and sleeves. It looks like a tuxedo or an old-fashioned, like we said, suit that men used to wear in the morning, and men still do at weddings sometimes. And she's got her beautiful fancy dress and flowers in her hair. It obviously looks like a date, a wedding, something like that. Or I just heard the word reunion. So it may be, Pisces, that you've been apart from this person for a while, but it will be a very blessed reunion. That is such a beautiful card. So if I had to put these two together, I would say you're both thinking along the same lines. The other person is thinking about marriage, and you are too, Pisces. But yet, mysteriously, they're still watching and waiting from here, and you're watching and waiting from over there. Nobody's really made the move yet to go forward with any of that. Okay, let's look at the next one. What are your desires, Pisces? Wow. We have the Five of Swords, and I just heard you desire whoever this other person is to you, Pisces, to be honest with you and to refrain from engaging in any subterfuge or trickery or scorched earth policies that hurt and wound with words. I don't know where all that came from, Pisces. It just came. So I'm picking that up. And so that's what I'm seeing here, is that you want them to avoid that, which you can see from the card is drawing a line in the sand with that sword, throwing down a gauntlet, defeating everyone with their words and harshness, and taking all of those swords away, robbing something from these people, defeating them mercilessly and walking away. So what you are desiring is that if you do move ahead with this, Pisces, you want to avoid someone walking out of your life with the spoils. Okay, so yeah, you want to go there, but there's a little bit of trepidation because you want to avoid, I just heard, repeating a past situation. So what I'm probably guessing is that happened to you before, and you want to make sure that if you do move ahead with this, you avoid this happening in your life again, because you just simply can't take it anymore. I just heard that. You simply cannot take this anymore. All right, the other person's desires. Whoa. Again, Pisces, this is number 8. It's called Strength, and it is also another one of those major arcana energies, just like we said with the Hierophant. It is a vastly powerful energy and archetype that's working here, and it represents the desires of the other person, the partner in this reading. And you can see here, this man has grabbed a hold of this raging bull, and they're taming it. And I just heard that the partner is trying to tame their fears. The partner is trying to reach down and just grab onto their inner strength and tame their fears, because they also have a little bit of fear. But they're doing it. They're doing it. They're managing it. And it also can refer to taming the beast, or in a lot of ways, it can be a card of physical intimacy as well. Great, it's kind of like a passion card in a lot of ways, strangely enough, but it can be. So their desire is to tame their inner fear and just do it. Right there. Take that plunge with you, Pisces. Or if you're the one offering that to them in the form of that, whatever, they're wanting to be, they desire the strength to be able to move forward in a more committed and solid energy exchange. I don't know what step you are on the path, whether you're at the, we've been dating and now it's time to take the big plunge into matrimony, or is it you're just starting to date, or is it you're just getting to know one another as friends, whatever. They want to find their strength, their inner strength, because they really do want to have this beautiful, beautiful thing with you, Pisces. And you've got that too. You've got a bit of fear. So you both kind of want to avoid repeating a past pattern of desertion and probably unpleasantness. And this person wants to find the strength within them to put aside whatever fears they have of this raging beast and tame that inner fear they have as well, and to charge forward. Okay, what is your challenge, Pisces? This is your challenge. Okay, balance. Balance is your challenge, Pisces, because this is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are the gold coins, beautiful gold coins. Now, generally, yes, it can be a money card. But if we expand that specific definition, what we get is Pentacles can represent other things like spiritual energy, like spiritual energy, or it's sort of a it's like they quantify energy. Money is just a quantification of labor energy that has been expended, and money represents how that was valued and how much time you spent doing it, and that's how much money you get that can be used for other things. But in some cards like this, it can also represent a spiritual energy. And it doesn't matter either way. This card is speaking to balance and give and take in equal measure. Now, you will look at this card and you will say, Becky, it doesn't look like equal measure, because this guy is obviously very wealthy and he's giving to these poor children who are obviously very poor. They don't even have shoes and they have ragged clothes. How is this an equal exchange? And I'll tell you why. It's an energy equality. Because this gentleman here, the rich person, look at that beautiful smile on his face. It gives him great joy in his soul and in his heart to be able to help these children. He feels a sense of joy that he was able to help them on their path. And these children, by accepting his gifts, allow him to live in that great feeling of having helped someone. If they did not accept it, they would deny him the pleasure of giving. So, it goes in reverse. Same thing here. If these children turned their back and walked away, he would be denied any pleasure he would have gotten from the act of giving graciously to those in need. So they help him have that good feeling, and he helps them by helping them with their needs. And so it is a balance. It truly is a balance. Okay, so your challenge is to find the balance, Pisces. Are you giving too much and receiving little back, or is the other person giving too much and receiving very little back from you? So whatever that is for you, it'll be different for everybody. You need to remember to find your balance in all of this. The challenge for the partner, whoa. Look at that. Okay, the Six of Cups. I mean, not the Six. Yeah, sorry, not the Six of Cups. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, it doesn't look like much of a challenge, does it? It looks like the Six of Wands is a glorious card, and it is. It means victory. These people are celebrating, and there's confetti and bowers of wreaths of flowers and all kinds of beautiful stuff going on. There are the Six Wands. It is a card of victory, of attainment, of recognition, of being hailed as the hero. Okay, now why is this a challenge? Okay, because the other person is a little bit worried whether or not they can pull this off. What are they trying to pull off? They're trying to pull off some kind of a commitment, with you. And so the challenge is for them to actually be victorious in that personal quest that they have, which is, from here, it looks like they have an interest in committing in some way to you, and that is a challenge for them. They want to be victorious. They're not sure they have what it takes to do it. And maybe I just heard they're not sure that you will want to participate in some kind of further commitment. So they're a little bit, what's the word I want? They're a little bit insecure. They're not sure they can do that. But the challenge is for them to dig down deep, find their inner strength, and seize the day and become the victor here by making this happen for them in their lives. So it's something they really want. Now, your final advice or outcome card, Spirit, is blessing you, my dear Pisces, with the Sun. Wow. The Sun is one of the very best cards in the deck. It's a beautiful card. It means a lot of things. It means freedom. Freedom to soar. Freedom for the spirit to soar. Not just freedom away from out of any kind of obligation. It's freedom for your spirit to soar, and joy-filled days of love. Joy-filled days of happiness and carefree and marriage, yes, or partnership in some way. It really is finding your place in the sun, as the movie title was, with Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift. That was the two that starred in that. But it really is your place in the sun. It's a marriage card. So what I'm seeing here is this one, and this one. And when I see these four cards in conjunction, I have to say marriage is a huge part of this, or some kind of very serious commitment. So you're being advised to shine your light. Be who you really are. Shine your light. It's healing. And it is, success is yours, Pisces. It is just going to be unbelievable. What is their outcome or advice? Whoa, oh my goodness, Pisces, look. This is a beautiful card. It's the Knight of Cups. This is the most romantic knight. This is the most poetic knight. This gentleman knows how to woo, whether it's female or male. It doesn't matter. I'm calling it a gentleman because it's a man on the card, but it could be a woman too. And this person knows how to woo with flowers, candy, perfumes, delicious wine, romantic settings, candlelight, poetry, words whispered gently into the ear. This person knows how to do that. And not only that, Pisces, look at that. Look at that cup. He has ridden in literally on his white horse with this beautiful smile, and he's extending his cup to you. To you, Pisces, that's an offer. An offer. An offer of what? Well, we said it can be anything from, traditional marriage to something like a marriage to simply an offer to get together on its most basic level. But definitely an offer, Pisces. That is the outcome. And if this person is feeling a little bit like he's getting or she's getting cold feet, this card is advising the partner to make that offer. So now, if we put together this, and this, wow, look at that story. That's an amazing story. Let's see what the angels, have to say. Angels, what is the message for Pisces for November 2017 as we finish their reading today? What is the message? There it is. All right, let's see. This is the message from the angel Akasha, and she says, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Okay. You are a spiritual teacher. Now you remember, we did have the Hierophant come out, which can refer to teaching, higher level teaching, higher minded thoughts. And it says you are a spiritual teacher. So in some way, Pisces, by shining this strong light of yours toward this other person, you're going to help them awaken their spiritual gifts. Because remember, this card belonged to them in the original beginning. You're going to help them awaken their spiritual gifts and their divine life purpose. And not only that, you will shine the light to them to help them find their way and find their strength to this beautiful, beautiful situation that they may not have been able to find the strength to do before. It just looks delightful. And in some way, Pisces, your role in all this is somehow spiritual teacher. Now, whether this thing goes all the way to marriage or whether it doesn't, or whether it just continues into a beautiful relationship that doesn't need any kind of formality like a legal marriage, that's up to everyone individually because it will change for everybody that's listening today. But nonetheless, somehow your role is to shine your light. And by doing so, you're helping this other person achieve the dream of great love. Thank you, Pisces. I do hope that this really does make sense to you. I hope this other person comes either toward you or into your life or takes another step toward you quickly so that there is a spiritual bond like we talked about here between the two of you. It's a give and take, and that's where the learning is going to come, in the balance of give and take in this beautiful exchange. It looks so lovely, and I'm so pleased to see this for you. I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun reading for you, and I always enjoy being with you. One of my very special signs, near and dear to my heart. So I will say that is it for the reading today. I want to wish you peace and richest blessings, and of course, great love, Pisces, beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is.